Welcome to my channel. It's me, Tosh, the narrator. So, this is more of a thought provoking topic. Like, I know some people might not like what I say, or they might have a different opinion, but most people usually agree when I say this. Um, Bullying is not right, regardless of age, ethnicity, gender. It is not right, period. And it becomes more of a focal point when the bullies are the teachers themselves. Yes, bullies can be teachers too. My kids are not prone to it. I had literally a principal and assistant principal. They literally warped the system to get my kids removed. I don't really care, but they even basically said that they didn't like my children and they didn't care what happened to my children alive of their well-being. It was other teachers in the school literally called me from their personal phones telling me this situation, and I'm like, but these people are educators and they think this is okay. Regardless of the situation, it was the fact that they didn't like me. And I don't care if you like me, you'll get your just dessert. It doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now. Just desserts always come exactly when it's not expected, sweet and cold. But I know that several of my nieces have been measured out with teachers and staff, and I'm not sure if it's just the ethic proportion. I get it. Schools are overwhelmed. Like they have plenty of classes that's like 30 students deep because only thing they do is keep closing schools in my area. And the urban suburban area see the option of paying for private schools because I have like five private schools around us. So it's not a problem. It's just that from aspect of do I want to pay it? Not necessarily. Will I pay it? Probably, just for my kids to get a better education. But private school is not always better. Like private schools have more so drug related incidents than anything else, even though people say public schools do. Is actually the private schools, and that means like the deep private schools. Not hating on private schools at all. It's just like statistically said, there's studies out there. Google it at any time. I have no problem with you Googling it, because I have researched it myself, and I'm like, they're probably better off in public, which they're not. They're probably better off in public than private, but it's only your discretion. Some people say, oh, if you went to a private school, you have better chances of getting a job, which is true. Just because they look at your whole aspect of engagement in the school, and as long as they see that someone paid for your education, besides college is, I'm not gonna say college guarantee you a job because it doesn't, but it helps a lot. And I know that some teachers get hard reps about doing what they're doing. I have met some fantastic teachers. I mean, fantastic. I have never met anyone like so fantastic. If you have a teacher and you want to show their appreciation, tell them that they appreciate it. Even parents, tell them they appreciate it. During this pandemic, you can tell me a thing about what's going on with these classes, but they had to get it together quick. My daughter was in an online private school, so I was familiar with it, but she's in a prep school, so it's interesting. Kind of have the same mindset of, so it's not as bad as it should have been when it came to online schooling, especially for this year. I don't know how y'all do it. These kids, I swear, they need to go to school, not online school. They need to go to physical school to get out of my house. But back to what I was saying with the teachers. But you do have teachers that feel like, since I'm an authoritative figure, you need to do what I say. When you question the authority, it becomes a problem. Or you need to be taught a lesson, or your parents ain't teaching you right. No, my parents teach me, if I don't find justice in this situation, I need to question what is justice at that moment in time. There's nothing wrong with your questioning. There's nothing wrong with your children saying, I had questioned her authority and she had a problem with it. That is not your issue. It's not my issue. It's your student teacher issue if you want to bring it there. But I tell my kids, you give respect as long as they give you respect. So you give, you get, there's an equilibrium there. If you disrespect my children at any time, they will tell you you're being very disrespectful. I have never heard anybody tell my kids, "Oh, you're very disrespectful." I was raised in the South. I'm highly on respect. There is no issue. There is no point, and that's how I raise my children. They still say excuse me. They still say please. Like, it was to a point that was saying madam and sir, but that was debunked when the school was like, call me miss, don't call me madam. Because the lady was an older lady, and madam back in the old day means prostitution. So she didn't like being called madam. Okay, fine, perfectly fine. But all I'm asking is, when it comes to student-teacher relationship, is be mindful that the student is raised in a different culture, different lifestyle than you. And for teachers, I believe they should go through a thorough background, because it should be no point to where a student should come home and say, this teacher is bullying me, this principal is bullying me, and nothing is said or anything's being done. And just because people have pull in the administration of the school district doesn't mean that they should get away with death, basically, and nothing should come upon it. I believe every teacher should be responsible, and every investigation should be held by different districts, just in case, just like how they do the police. The same district can't investigate because they cover up. The same district can't investigate the teacher, so you'll go to an outside district somewhere further, and they investigate and see the situation and see what was the problems. I have seen teachers put false accusations on students just to get them removed. And I mean a lot of false accusations. So I wouldn't even know where to start or begin. But I do know that patience is a virtue, and most teachers don't have it. They're not virtuous, and they're not patient. Half of them ain't intelligent right now. But the ones that are, they are fantastic, and praise them as you go along, because you might not get another good teacher for a very long time. If you like my story, like, share, subscribe. Stay beautiful.